bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Now to a youth program designed just for young girls. Parents and supporters turned out for a ball and pledging ceremony which was held to present the little darlings to the community. Italia Hall reports.
The Princess Court Ministry is encouraging young ladies in the community to stay pure until marriage. The program offers training in etiquette, health, hygiene, dance, and many more life skills. A ball and pledging ceremony was held at Le Chateau on the Green, and coordinator Stephanie Barrow says the program came in the form of a vision from God.
The Princess Court Ministries was established 9 years ago and has grown from a registration of 75 to now over 600 girls. To God be the glory. Over the 9 years, many of our princesses are now in college, on a job, and also assisting in the Princess Court.
The Minister for Grand Bahama, Dr. Michael Darville, was among those giving support to the young ladies.
I'm familiar with this ministry, and I know the importance it plays, particularly in the area of 8 Mile Rock and extending even outside into the wider community. They have done an excellent job. The involvement of the community, the principles and values that they are actually working with our young girls to ensure that they develop skills and become dynamic young ladies who make positive contributions in the community.
Youth Coordinator Carla Brown-Roker says the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture endorses such events.
It teaches them so many skills to help them become young women and to help them in their training, especially when we look at the skills that they offer to them, not just the art and craft, not just the liturgical dancing, but good old-fashioned sewing and just being able to use proper table manners and etiquette. It is refreshing to see.
Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
2 nonprofit organizations receiving a monetary donation thanks to the generosity of the Rotary Club of Freeport, the Grand Bahama Emergency Water Relief Foundation, and Sparkle Girls Mentorship Program. President of the Rotary Club of Freeport, Othniel Pinder.
Give water to everyone in the community. And we know after a hurricane or after a devastation, water is essential. And so we feel that it was only right to partner along with them in this effort. The Sparkle organization, this is a program headed by Ruth Cadet, and she was our guest speaker a few weeks ago, and what she was doing in the community with these young girls really touched my heart.
Mike Stafford, who heads the water relief plant near Hawksbill, says the donation will go a long way in assisting with operational expenses. Founder of Sparkle, Ruth Cadet, is also grateful.
And those expenses, one of them would be our liability insurance and theft insurance. We also have licensing fees and testing water fees, and just general maintenance fees. So we do have expenses, and it's always nice for one of the Rotary clubs to step up and support us.
A lot of the work that we do with the organization comes from personal funding, from myself and the mentors and people who see the value in what it is that we do and want to be a part of it. And so for Rotary to be just that, you know, an organization that says, I see what you do, I see the value in what it is that you're doing with these girls, and we want to be a part of that, means a lot to me. And so I'm very, very grateful.
The Toastmasters Club here in Grand Bahama continuing to reach higher heights. A member of that club will represent the Bahamas at an international Toastmasters competition this weekend at the 47th District Spring Conference. The Vice President of Membership for the BPSU Toastmasters Excellers Club, Jethro Dixon.
Grand Bahama will be represented in the person of myself, and we'll be taking part in International Table Topics competition on this Friday evening. But the club is growing, and the club wants everyone to come along with us. We were chartered in January of this year, and since that time we've been doing all sorts of awesome things. We've been having socials, we've been educating members of the public service.
Members come together on the first and third Tuesday of every month at the BPSU Hall. President Anitra Bolag says the club continues to develop strong leaders, and she encourages others to get involved.
Toastmasters is a leadership and development program that helps develop you, and it's a way to help you expose yourself and introduce you to the public, and there may be some downfall in terms of your communication skills, and it helps develop your communication skills, which in turn can help you also advance in the workplace.
The literary works of Bahamians will be given prominence as a Bahamian author shares her skills in an effort to develop the writing abilities of future writers. A seminar is set for the Sir Charles Hayward Library. Joan Davis-Roll reports.
A Bahamian author attempting to empower more persons to write their vision and to make it plain. This as she prepares to host a major seminar here on Grand Bahama. Iniska Jones says oftentimes persons let the dream of writing a book go unfulfilled, and now she says the time has come for these individuals to take up the challenge.
The biggest encouragement a writer would give, and I have a mentor type person, I'm Noelle Nichols, she says is to write. To improve your craft, you have to write. You can't keep saying, oh, I was going to write this, or I was going to do that, and you don't do anything. You know, you have nobody to blame for that except you. You have to write it.
The Bahamian author, who has already written a series of children's books and has even published a coloring book, says her goal is to inspire others to just write.
I had a dream about it, my first character, and my first character's name is Anya, and I had a dream about her, and she was talking to God, and she was asking him some questions. And I was like, well, I wake up, I was like, who this little girl is, God? And I was talking to him, and he was like, and I heard the name, Bahamian mothers, the words run together, and you do this and you do that. I said, Anya? So I went online, and I typed in the name, and it's the Greek for bringing goodness. But what struck me was the origin of the name from the Hebrew Hannah. My grandparents are Hannah. My mother's maiden name was Hannah. And I was like, okay, God, this comes directly from you to me. But I was like, God, I don't have time to be sitting down here writing no little story. I need a job. I need food. I need to eat and stuff like that. And the first story came in July. And then by December, I had 6 stories. And then it was fine down to 5. And then in 2013, I published and launched the first story and first coloring book for Anya Stories. And the name of that book is Treasure the Memories. And there's a series with 5 that I am challenged right now getting the last 3 completed.
From the writing process to protecting your work, Jones says all areas of writing will be focal points during the seminar.
First draft is very seldom your final product, right? So then you go from there and you get your editor, you get your protection, depending on if it's a book, even if it's a musical selection, even if it's a song, if it's an artwork, if it's something, whatever you put on paper can be protected. And then you go from there, and then you go into your publishing, and then you go from there, you go to your marketing, then you go to the different types of marketing. You got your traditional kind of marketing, then you got social media marketing.
The Just Write It seminar is set for Saturday, April 23rd at the Chamber of Commerce office on the Mall Drive here in Freeport. For persons needing more information about this seminar, you can go to eniscalyn@gmail.com. Joan Davis-Roll, ZNS Network News.
And now it's time to ask the doctor.
Hi and welcome. Today I will discuss a few more details regarding Yvette's question on pink eye, or what we call conjunctivitis. When it is caused by virus, pink eye is often associated with an infection of the upper respiratory tract, such as a common cold and or a sore throat. Its symptoms include excessive watering and itching of the eyes. The infection usually begins with one eye, but may spread easily to the other. If bacteria is the cause, there is usually a rapid onset of redness of the eyes, swelling of the eyelid, and a discharge from the eye which may cause the eyelids to stick together, especially after sleep. Typically, symptoms develop first in one eye, but may spread to the other within 2 to 5 days. Conjunctivitis can also be caused by a chemical eye injury, for example, if an acid or alkaline substance gets into the eyes. Any case of pink eye symptoms should be evaluated by a doctor as soon as possible. Most cases rarely affect your vision, but if there are visual problems associated with any of the symptoms I mentioned, please seek medical help right away. If you or someone you know experience similar eye problems, please email askdrbahamas@gmail.com. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
Stay with us. Ricardo Lighborn is up next with sports.